August 11th, stock playbook. Just a little sample. If you want to see the real video and our individual plays, just check out our free trial at thestockplaybook.com. Dow Jones up 423 points today, 3.9%. NASDAQ Composite 111 points, 4.7%. S&P 500 was up 51 points, 4.6%. We continue, depending on which one you look at, they're all the same. They all have the same exact chart. We continue to be at the low end of the range, obviously. While today's move was encouraging, as was the move 2 days ago, there's still a lot of headline risk out there. We have Sarkozy and Merkel meeting Tuesday. There's rumors they're going to stop allowing short sales to take place in Europe. The French markets, we got to see. But ultimately, until I see some heavy volume, and we're due for a pop, but I don't see why you would look at individual stocks. We continue to think the best way to play this is by using UPRO. I mean, today you could have been in just today as low as 46 and change, 52 and change. I mean, these are nice ranges. We got as high as 54 and change. I mean, these are 18, 19% moves in a day, each day for 4 days. Now, you just look at the bottom end of the range. If we get a pullback towards 1100 on the S&P or the 45 level on the UPRO, you get long, and then you put a stop at, a move under 44. Risk $1 the downside to make 8 in this crazy volatile environment. You want to look at individual names, you got to look at names with catalyst. You could buy your high beta, Apple, Netflix, but you don't need me to tell you about that. You could buy anything, okay? Any stock is going to go up in a market like this. American Tower up 4%, Oracle up 4%, Monsanto was up 5%, Cisco, good earnings release, 16%. You see the difference? A good earnings release, you get a nice little pop, much better than just the market's pop. TPC Group, a name we had on our earnings calendar for 2 weeks waiting for the earnings last night. If you took a shot at the $30 calls, you made multiples on your money. Multiples on your money. TPC Group, that's a move in a stock, okay? When you see something go up 22, 23, 24% at one point today. We went ahead and highlighted AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, for you the last 2 or 3 days. In our main videos, also in these free samples, we said the $55 calls if you wanted to get real aggressive, or the $50 calls. If you bought the $50 calls, you made a couple 100% today. If you bought the $55 calls, you could have got them for 25 cents. At one point today, they were $2.25. That's the difference. So, home run, I would say the least. To say the least. ZAGG, Z-A-G-G. Along with Accretive Health, which didn't pan out, but it didn't cost us any money. Up, down, sideways, holding its own. But Accretive Health earnings, they were good, but, it didn't have the explosion. It went to 30 yesterday. Today it was down at 26 and change, but that's not a move that justifies making any real money in the options. ZAGG, on the other hand, this thing dipped down in the 11 and change area a couple days ago. This ZAGG's been on our radar. We spoke about it right here in the video. Here we are, back up to 14. Again, depending on which options you bought, you're already profitable. Earnings are coming next week. We have 11 earnings plays next week that I think you can make a lot of money on with earnings, with options that expire next Friday. Okay? I'm not going to give them to you here. You got to sign up for a free trial. I will give you a tease. One of them starts with the symbol J, has D secondly, and ends with a U. JDS Uniphase. There, that's a tease. That's just one. But JDS Uniphase will show you which options we're looking at. Stock was up 13, 14% today. This is a stock that could be 14, 15 with a good market and a good earnings report. We will see. It can have a Cisco-like move to the upside. That's just one. We have others, I think, that can make more money to the upside. JDS Uniphase isn't really under the radar, but we have about 6 stocks that are under the radar that I think can make you a lot of money. So check out our site, sign up for a free trial, and you can see what those are. Have a good night. I'll talk with you tomorrow.